Let me begin by saying I'm overwhelmed, not just by the award, but by the words. Mr. President, Margot Friedlander, you are a voice of conscience and healing. I'm actually honored to be in your presence, for real. This award means so much to me for what it says about us. The journey we've taken, the alliance we've strengthened, the way that we have, as two separate nations, risen together to meet our moment. I think it's fair to say, although I know I only look like I'm 40 years old, I've seen a wide sweep of history. When I was born, our countries were at war. As a young senator, I visited West Berlin and saw what it meant to live in a divided city, country, and continent. And I forged a bond with Helmut Schmidt, my first relationship of candor and trust with the German Chancellor, but thankfully not my last. And then in 1989, like millions of people around the world, I saw 70,000 brave souls gathered in Leipzig, crying out for freedom. And the Berlin Wall came down 35 years ago this month. It was one of the greatest advances in human dignity in my lifetime. Some feared the reunification of Germany would revive old hatreds and rivalries. But leaders of America and Germany dreamed together of a much better future. The achievement of a Germany whole and free lives on, exceeding, I think, everyone's expectations. The dream of Europe, whole and free, remains the work of our time. Nor is that work more urgent than in pushing back against Putin's vicious attack against Ukraine. German leaders had the wisdom to recognize a turning point in history, an assault on a fellow democracy, and also on principles that upheld 75 years of peace and security in Europe. Germany and the United States have stood together to support the brave people of Ukraine in their fight for freedom, for democracy, for their very survival. And I want to thank every leader across Germany's government who has worked tirelessly to ensure that Ukraine prevails and Putin fails, and NATO remains strong and more united than ever. We head into a very difficult winter, but we cannot let up. We cannot, thank you so very much. It's kind of you. We head into a very difficult winter. We cannot let up. We must sustain our support. In my view, we must keep going until Ukraine wins a just and durable peace consistent with the UN Charter. Until once again, human dignity prevails. Let me close with this. The times I've lived through have taught me that history does move forward, and things can get better if we determine they must. That things can get better. And that we should never underestimate the power of democracy, never underestimate the value of alliances. Germany has taught us all that change is possible, that for better or for worse, countries can and do choose their own destinies. And the choices that leaders make at critical times truly matters. I want to thank the current leaders of Germany for the choice you've made when it matters most. I hope you'll forgive this once, but if I forsake the great German poets and quote an Irish poet, Seamus Heaney, said in The Cure of Troy, he said, "History teaches us not to hope on this side of the grave, but then once in a lifetime, the longed-for tidal wave of justice can rise up and hope and history rhyme." When the Berlin Wall fell, hope and history rhymed. When Kiev stood, hope and history rhymed. Many Americans and Germans always find the wisdom and the courage. May they keep making hope and history rhyme, because we can. Because nothing is beyond our capacity, in my view. Nothing is beyond our capacity when we do it together. So thank you again for this award. I'm honored to accept. I do not deserve, but I'm honored to accept. And that if we continue to work together, Germany has stood up in a way that is incredible. I want to thank you again for the award. And may God bless you all. And may God protect our troops. Thank you so very much.